Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Arnie. Today we're going to be opening up some more toys, specifically Batman from the Merciless wave from McFarlane Toys. Let's go get started. So there it is right over there. There's the box that Batman sleeps in. Looks pretty cool. Comes with the arms from the Merciless. From the back over here you see the artwork. It's the one from the infamous metal cover. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Alright, let's take a look at the accessories really quick. He comes with a card, comes with base, and these really cool axes. The paint on this is pretty nice. There's really only a few colors on this figure, but they are great choices. Very little paint bleed. There's two tones of gray on the armor in the abs, biceps, and hip abductors. Skin tone looks fine. I wish there could have been more paint details on the lines, and the paint on the axis is fine too. Now the sculpt here is really nice. The head has a great look to it, and the silhouette is very true to Greg Capullo's art. The insignia is placed in, which makes the paint much better since there's no paint bleed. I wish the belt was also placed in, because there is some bleed, but whatever. The sculpt all over the body is what makes the paint job work so well. There are a lot of details to set it apart from just being a smooth figure. Lots of textures that work in two tones. Even in the back of the figure, there is definite muscle tone. The boots and gauntlets are fantastic, since there's texture in those too instead of just being a smooth black look. The cape has a cool windswept look, and finally, axes have a great worn sculpt in it as well. Now off the bat, the articulation on this figure is fantastic. The usual double jointed elbows and knees, but it does have a limited ankle pivot. Head rotation isn't as good as I'd like it to be. It's the same method as Superman Infected, where there's a waist twist and pivot, as well as an upper torso pivot. Together it makes for great ab flexibility. Though it's not as good as the ab crunch you see on Marvel Legends, it accomplishes really great motion without breaking the sculpt. Scale-wise, he's bigger even in the 7-inch McFarlane line. Here he is next to Detective Comics 1000 blue and gray variant, as well as the Merciless BAF. He's obviously much beefier than the initial Batman sculpt, and he looks great next to the Merciless. Here he is next to Black Adam from DC Essentials and Darkseid. Now paired up to Black Adam, I think Batman is too big, but paired up with Darkseid, he looks fantastic. Next, here he is next to Evil Robin and the Joker from DC Essentials. I think Evil Robin is too big next to Batman, even though it's from the same wave. And next to Joker, the proportion is fantastic. And finally, here he is next to the DC Icons Rebirth figure. I adore this line, but the QC and build of these figures is atrocious. I have multiple broken figures right out of the box. DC Icons is on the smaller scale, even smaller than Marvel Legends. Overall, this Batman is bigger in scale and doesn't always fit in the scale with other figures despite it being in the 7-inch line. Overall, this is the best Batman figure McFarlane has put out so far. No questions about it. The paint and sculpt work together to make it visually striking, and the torso articulation make for a very dynamic figure. Aside from the usual setbacks of McFarlane figures, you can pose this figure in many great ways. Absolutely get this figure if you haven't found it already. So there you go guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I know you can easily find reviews on other channels, so I always appreciate you guys visiting my small one. Make sure you follow me here as well as my Instagram at TheNerdBuster. Until next time guys, adios.